Good morning, children. We are going to start our new chapter, chapter 9, that is database concepts. So, when we speak about an organization, a large amount of data is required to be processed and handled. This data handling is performed by arranging data in the form of tables and databases. So, you all have accounts in Facebook or Instagram, or you have Gmail account. So all these accounts, have you ever thought where are these usernames and passwords stored, or where are the pictures or videos you upload are stored? What all things you upload in your profile is stored inside a database. So what all things you store inside in your profile, that is in your Facebook page or in your YouTube or in your Gmail, all these things are stored inside a database. So in your school, all the details of students, all the details of teachers, salary details of teachers, your fee details, everything is stored inside a database. So, a database is defined as an organized collection of data. So, database is a organized collection of data. It is a collection of data, but it is organized. That is, have you seen your shelf? If it is not organized, that is your chappals, your dress, everything is kept inside one rack, then it will be difficult to sort out where is your you when you are going somewhere, you have to search for your dress. Then your top will be somewhere, that particular pant will be somewhere, and shawl will be somewhere, and it will be difficult for you to collect all these if it is unorganized. If you keep everything in an organized way, that is all the top, pant and shawl in one place, then it will be easy to collect all these. So a database also helps us to keep our data in an organized way. So, a database is an organized collection of data about an entity. That is about, if in our school, if there is a database, then the data is stored related to our school. That is about students, about teachers. So, all these data are stored in the database. So, a database is a defined as an organized collection of data about an entity. That is something that exists. It is a shared collection of related data or information used to support the activities and decision making of a particular organization. It also allows the user to enter, access, and analyze their data quickly and easily. It serves like a container which may contain various database objects. Database is integrated as well as shared. So, a user can save the data. User can store the data into the database with the help of an application and a database management system. So, all files belonging to one organization will be treated as the database of that organization. A database, therefore, is considered as the repository for the stored data. So all the files belonging to one organization. Suppose in our school, files will be there for details of teachers, then for the details of students, fee details of students, then fee salary details of teachers. So all these files will be considered, are treated as the database. A database therefore is considered as the repository for the stored data. So a database can be considered as a repository where all these data can be stored. A few of the components that are an important part of database like file or table, records, fields, etc. So these are the certain points that are connected with database. They are file, table, records, fields. So consider an example of a school database. The database shall constitute tables related to students. So we have seen Excel sheets. So Excel sheets look like a table. It has rows and columns. Same as that of our database also. Database also contains tables. A database contains large number of tables, and a tables may contain the details of student. So we can name that table as student table, and the table that contains the details of teachers can be named as teacher table. So database can contain large number of tables. So database constitute tables related to student, teacher, result, etc. The data is arranged inside a database as per the field file organization hierarchy. A field is a set of character which is used together to represent specific data elements. It is also termed as a data item. A specific or an individual data item within a record is known as a field. So what is a field? A field is a set of characters which is used together to represent specific data elements. It is also termed as a data item. For example, we know in our Excel sheet, suppose in a table, when we write a table, we write a roll number, name, age, class, likewise, and all the roll numbers will be listed here, then particular name of that roll number, then age, marks in different subjects. So what headings we give to the table, what headings we give to our table is considered as the field. Suppose this is our table and these are the headings given for the columns. So that is called field. So a field is a set of characters which is used together to represent specific data elements. It is also termed as a data item. A specific or individual data item within a record is also known as field. So a record means a row. So each item inside the record, this 20 is an item inside the record, Sonia is an item inside the record, 14 is also an item inside the record, then 90 is also an item inside the record. So these all represents a field. So whatever item which is inside this particular column is called field. So roll numbers, what all roll numbers are inside this roll number column can be considered as a field, and these headings are also called fields and its corresponding data. That is 20 is a field, Sonia is also a field, 14 is a field, then 90 is a field. So everything which individual items are called fields or data item. For example, roll number, name, age, marks are the fields in the student record. Then collection of fields is termed as a record. So a record is the, in a table, a row is called the record. So collection of fields. So we said 20 is a field, name is a field, age, marks. So each item is also a field. So the collection of each item is called a record. Record consists of fields, roll number, name, age, marks, etc. So let us see the organization of this database. So in a database, there can be a table. Database contains table. Database can have so many tables, and a table can have records. Records are individual rows. Each row in a table is called record. Then each record, each row will have data items. So each row will have data items like this, fields. Each record will have fields. Then each data item will have character, that is 22,0 are characters or data. Then collection of logically related records is called a file. A file is also termed as a table or a relation. A table in a database is also called as relation. A table has rows and columns, where rows represent records or tuples and columns represent attributes or fields. For example, the entire information about the student in the form of records in a class is kept in a file or table named student. So in a database can have so many tables. The other name for table is relation. We can call table as a relation. Then in a table, the rows in the table, these are the rows in the table, like this way. Rows in the table are called records or tuples. Rows in a table are called records or tuples, and columns in the table are called fields or attributes. Columns in the table are called fields or attributes. For example, the entire information about the student in the form of records in a class is kept in a file or table named student. Database is therefore a place where related pieces of information are stored and various operations can be performed on them. So database is therefore a place where related pieces of information are stored and various operations can be performed on them in the highest unit of file organization. So we store data in a database, and from the database we can perform large amount of operations on the stored data. So such operations will be studied. So these databases are managed generally by some software known as database management system. So let us see what is a database management system. Database management system is also called DBMS. So DBMS are specially designed applications to create a connection between the user and the program and to store data in an organized manner. So the database management system is a software which help the user like us to store data in the database or to access data stored in the database. So for interacting with the database, we have the software called database management system. So a DBMS, the purpose of DBMS software is to allow the user to create, modify and control a database. So the purpose of database management system is to create a database or modify, make a change in the database and to control a database. So all the operations can be performed on the database, on the data stored in the database with the help of a software called DBMS, Database Management System. A DBMS stores data in such a manner that it becomes easier and highly efficient to retrieve, manipulate and produce information. A DBMS is an electronic or computerized record keeping system. DBMS is an electronic or computerized record keeping system. It maintains the various pieces of information. It maintains various pieces of information in an integrated and summarized form instead of keeping them in independent files. So, the DBMS stores information in a summarized form instead of keeping them in separate independent files. So, examples of DBMS are MS Access, MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQLite, Microsoft SQL Server, then Oracle, SAP, DBase, FoxPro, etc. And we use MySQL. Then a few customized DBMS are computerized library systems, automated teller machines, flight reservation systems, computerized paths, inventory systems, etc. Then a database management system gives us tools to store data in a structured way. Store data in a structured way, that is in an organized manner. DBMS helps us to store our data in a structured way. Then query the database, that is we can retrieve the data that we have stored in the database. That is whenever we open the Facebook, we can retrieve the photos or view the pictures that we have uploaded. That is query the database, that is ask questions about the data. Then sort and manipulate the data in the database. We can sort out the data or make changes in the data. Then validate the data entered and check for inconsistencies. We can check whether there is any error occurred in our stored data, that is if anything is missing in our stored data. Then produce flexible reports both on screen and on paper. So we can, if a details regarding student marks, if a database contains the marks of students in the term exam, then we can produce reports regarding who have stored, who have secured highest mark or who has secured lowest mark, how many students got less marks or how many students got above 90. So all these reports can be generated from the database. Then that makes it easy to comprehend the information stored in the database. A DBMS is a general purpose software system that facilitates the process of defining, constructing, and manipulating database for various applications. Also, it maintains data consistency in case of multiple users, that you will see later. That is what is data consistency. Actually, data consistency means that if multiple users are using the same data, then if one person makes change in the data, then the change should be reflected to the other person also. Then let us see what is the need for database management system. A database management system is used to eliminate the problems of data redundancy and data inconsistency. So, what is the need for DBMS? DBMS is used to eliminate the problems of data redundancy and data inconsistency. So, to avoid these two problems, we have used database management system. So, the database management system does not maintain separate files for different applications. So, the DBMS does not maintain separate files for different applications. Suppose in our school, the office works, office details are stored in a different file, and our librarian stores the library details, that is the same details, student name, admission number, everything in a separate file. But the same thing, which is admission number, student name, which are used in the office, is stored in a separate file. So what happens is, in our computer system, space is being wasted for storing same thing repeatedly, because office people are storing same details in a computer, and in library also the same thing is stored in a computer. So what happens, to store the same thing, we are just wasting our computer memory. So what happens, data redundancy occurs, that is same data is being stored in multiple places. So the database does not maintain separate files for different applications. So if we use database management system, what happens, the same files for different applications, that is for office purpose and for library purpose, the files are stored in same files, do not maintain separate files, that is for different applications the same files are used. Rather, it works on the centrally maintained database, which means that data is kept at one place and all the applications that require the data may refer to the database. So, what happens? Data is placed in a central system, and which all applications, whether the library management system, whether the school office system, which all applications need that data, can access from the same location. So what happens, there is a reduction in the data redundancy problem. That is, duplicate same data is not stored at multiple computers. So whenever any file gets updated, the updated version of the file is available to all the application using the database system. That is, if from the office, if they came to know that the name of the new student is being changed, is not correct what we have entered earlier, so they update it there in the computer the office uses. But what happens in library, it doesn't, is not changed, or wherever that name has been used, it is not changed. So if we are using database management system, what happens, they are using a central storage. So the change can be taken place in that place only, and what happens, that change will be reflected to every application that uses that data. So what happens, changes can be made only in a single system, and no need of changing in every system that uses that data, because all the applications are using data from this same storage. So data redundancy and data inconsistency are controlled to a large extent. So what happens, data inconsistency is also removed. That is, if one person changes the information regarding a student, then all the people using that student detail also gets the changed or new data. That is, inconsistency is also removed. And data redundancy, that is, same file that is not stored in different locations, because one file is stored in a single location and all the applications can use that file from that location. So however, at times there might be data redundancy due to some technical requirements in business applications. In such cases, we are required to maintain the same data for different files, but this is not recommended. So, database management system is needed for increasing the competency, then for time saving, then for security of information. So for all these purpose, an organization needs database management system. That is, it can store large amount of data, then it saves time, then increases security. That is, no one unauthorized person cannot use the data, because data stored in the database is and have some passwords, username and password. Then flow of information, that is, it is stored in a central storage area and every application that uses the data can use it. Then using the database management system, whatever data we are stored in the database, so this is the database and this is the user like us who are using the data which is stored in the database. So what happens, the user request for the data in and user request for the data through the database management system, and the database management system will read or retrieve the data and provide the data to the end user. So the user will request the data to the database management system. Database management system will access the data and provide the data to the user. Okay, thank you children.